Hey, hi everyone. Today I'm doing a tutorial on how to host a Halo dedicated server on Halo 1.04 using Windows Vista. First of all, you need to download these four files, which we will make available for you. First one is the Halo setup file, the Halo dedicated server setup file, then it's the patch, then the maps file, then the save games file, which is our save games file that we use on our servers. So first of all, you install the dedicated server by double clicking this, then you continue, click install, and should be installed in no time. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Then after this, you just don't bother to play it. You just close it off right here. So exit off. Then you go to my computer, program files, then Microsoft Games. This is the default location where it's installed. Then you see the sale dead here, that's the O2 patch. If you're hosting on O2 you might need it, but if you're hosting on 4 you should delete it. So delete, then you put in this one here. So now you have the O4 patch. And the next step is to install the maps file. So you double click the maps file, click yes, then you look for the location of the file that your dedicated server is installed to. So program files 86, then Microsoft Games, Halo server, then maps. You install the maps file, then click OK, yes to all, and this should also be done in no time. Okay, that was quick. Then next thing is you can double click on the save games if you have WinRAR, and you click wizard, finish, and it will extract. And just open it. All the game types are right here. You go to my documents, my games, Halo, and basically you will see another file named save games here. So you're looking for this file here, then you select all these files here and then drag it across, and then select whatever you gotta select, move and replace. Yep, and I think that's done there. So the next step I'm gonna take is I'm gonna forward the ports for you. But what you can do is you can go to www.portforward.com, so it's portforward.com, and you go look for your router brand and you look for a model number under that. Most of the routers in production are here. In my case, I got a Linksys WRT54G version 2 WRT, so it's gonna be this one here, I guess. And you click here to skip this advertisement. Then you look for Halo, which is gonna be under H, obviously. Then you pretty much follow the instructions here. They'll tell you what to do, but for your convenience, I recommend you don't use 2302 and 2303. You can use two other ports. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I mean by doing it over for myself. So in my case, I gotta go to my router, so it's gonna be 192.168.1.1 in my case, and you're gonna be asking me for my password. Okay, so I'm in, I go to applications and gaming. So the ports that I use are 10222 and 10225. So to forward those two ports alone, you start it and end it on the same port, so it's just for that port alone. And for a protocol, for both of them, you make it UDP. And for the IP address, where you get that is you go to control panel, then you go to network, and whatever connection you're using right now, you go to view status, then you go to details, you look for something saying v4 IP address, and that's exactly what you're going to be using. So basically I'm looking at this last number here because all of this is usually the same in your network, so it's 102 for me. So you can just close this off because you don't need it again. Then make sure your IP address for both of them is the computer you're using, which is 102. Yeah, make sure it's enabled, then you click Save Settings, continue, and that should be it here. Okay, and note well, if you have a firewall, you should forward the ports or accept the program as a safe program for the internet, so it's able to go on the internet without any ports being blocked. So the next thing is to set up the target. So on the patch here, you create shortcut, you put it on the desktop wherever you want to go. You right click on here, click properties, and you will see a little thing here saying target. So you want to be able for your server to use those two ports. So basically after double quotes here, you put a space, you put dash port port space, then you select any one of the ports you like. So I'm just going to select 10222, and then you put another space dash c port port, then you put another space 10225. So I use my two ports there. So one is regular dash port, the other one is dash c port. Then after that, you can, if you like, you can select which CPU you want to use for your server. So if you have a multi-core processor, you can use whichever core you like. So the cores go like 0, 1, 2, 3. So your first core is gonna be 0, your second core is gonna be 1, so on. I want to use my last core, which is my 4 core, so I'm gonna type dash CPU space 3 and apply. Okay, and well, so far so good. So your server should be at least working. So you should see whatever 0 of 16 players here. So that's an indication that your server is working so far. The last thing you should be able to do here is set up your init file. So you gotta set your name. You put it in double quotes, you put whatever name you want. If you wanna select a remote controlling password for it, you put sv underscore archon underscore password in space, and you put your password in double quotes also. Then you put sv, if you want a password for a server, sv underscore password. Then, well, I see this on like all the servers, sv underscore public true. This line is not necessary, but I see it everywhere, so I also use it. Then you can set up your map cycle here by selecting the map first, then the game type, and these are the default game types. You can go ahead and use any one of these that I have here, I set up. These are all codes for different kind of things. We made a chart of it on our forums, so if you want to be able to use these things comfortably, you sure can. Just you gotta be familiar with it, and it takes no time. It's pretty much simple to use once you understand the concept, how they're named. Okay, with all that said and done, you should have your password running, your server running, sorry, and you should be able to set up your server, and good luck with everything. You should be able to have it up and running in about 10 minutes. I took a lot less than that, so happy hosting.